Have you ever spent a fortune on a professional camera, only to find out it struggles in low light, has frustrating autofocus, or just doesn't deliver the sharp, vibrant shots you expected? Maybe it looked like a dream online, but in real life, it's slow, clunky, or outdated. If you're done wasting money on gear that overpromises and underdelivers, stay tuned. Because today I'm showing you 5 Canon cameras that are actually worth every dollar. No hype, no outdated pics, just real gear that works. No need to waste time price hunting. The official trusted links from Brazil's top stores are right down in the description and comments. Just click and shop with peace of mind. If you're tired of cameras that miss the shot when it matters most, the Canon EOS R5 Mark II is built to change that. With Canon's exclusive eye-controlled autofocus, it focuses exactly where you're looking, faster and more intuitive than anything out there. But what really blows people away is how it performs in the real world. The stacked 45-megapixel sensor captures insanely sharp images, and bursts up to 30 frames per second mean you'll never miss action again. And for video, internal A8K at 60 frames per second, with CinemaLog 2 for pro-level color control. Everything's built for speed and control. The EVF is bright and sharp. Dual card slots keep your workflow smooth. And the Digic accelerator chip takes the heavy lifting off your shoulders. Now, there are a few things to keep in mind. It runs hot during long video shoots, and only Canon's new LPE6P battery unlocks all features. Third-party batteries are mostly useless here, but that's the trade-off for this kind of performance. At $3,999, it's an investment. But if you shoot professionally, or want gear that actually performs under pressure, this camera delivers what others can't. If you're ready to shoot like a pro without limits, this might be your best move. Links in the description. If you want a camera that captures the shot before you even press the shutter, the Canon EOS R1 is in a league of its own. It records the half second before you fully click, so you never miss a moment again. Powered by a brand new 24.2 megapixel, back-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor, this flagship delivers blazing fast 40 frames per second. And with Canon's next-gen eye-controlled autofocus, it tracks exactly where you're looking, even faster than the EOS R3. One wildlife shooter said, "I finally got sharp shots of eagles in mid-flight. I couldn't do that before." The Digic accelerator chip and Digic X processor work together for pro-level speed, detail, and low-light performance. It even upsamples your images to 96 megapixels with neural tech built right in. For video, you get 6K RAW at 60 frames per second, and 4K up to 120 frames, with full audio and cinema-level flexibility. But heads up, this body weighs in at $6,799, and some users weren't thrilled about the build. One review called it plastic feeling compared to older Canon Pro bodies. And Canon's hot shoe design. It's powerful, but awkward to use with older speedlights. Still, for pros who shoot fast action, wildlife, or sports, this camera is a game changer. One user nailed it. 90% of my shots are in focus now. It just works. Ready to go pro at the highest level? Check the link in the description. If you've been waiting for a full-frame Canon camera that won't wreck your budget or your back, the Canon EOS R8 is exactly that. Weighing under 1 pound, it's Canon's lightest full-frame mirrorless yet, and it packs serious power for creators stepping up from entry-level gear. You get a 24.2 megapixel sensor with fast readout, clean low-light performance, and up to 40 frames per second in electronic shutter. It shoots uncropped 4K at 60 frames per second, oversampled from 6K. That's Hollywood-level video, in a body smaller than most DSLRs. What makes the R8 stand out is how smart it is. Dual-pixel CMOS autofocus covers almost 100% of the frame with over 1,000 tracking zones. It even recognizes animals, vehicles, and aircraft. Yeah, including helicopters. One user said, "It's like having magic in your hands." Now let's talk trade-offs. There's no in-body image stabilization, which is rare at this price. It uses Canon's smaller LPE17 battery, so expect moderate battery life. And the single SD card slot might hold you back on long shoots. But for the price, $1,399, it's hard to beat. If you're a still shooter looking for pro-level image quality, or a video creator ready to go full frame, this is hands down one of the best value cameras you'll find. Ready to ditch the bulk and level up your content? Links in the description. If you're still Team DSLR and want a camera that truly delivers, the Canon EOS 5D Mark IV is your go-to classic. With a 30.4 megapixel full-frame sensor, dual-pixel autofocus, and built-in Wi-Fi and GPS, this thing is built for serious creators, whether you're shooting weddings, landscapes, or cinematic B-roll. It captures detailed stills and 4K video, shoots up to 7 frames per second, and gives you Canon's legendary color science. One user said, "This is my last great DSLR, and I have zero regrets." The touchscreen is bright and sharp, the autofocus is snappy, and the camera's ergonomics are still some of the best around. Plus, it uses Canon EF lenses, some of the most accessible and affordable pro glass you can find today. Now, let's talk trade-offs. The rear LCD doesn't flip or tilt, which can be limiting for vloggers or low-angle shots. There's also no in-body stabilization, and the body is heavier than today's mirrorless cameras. But if you love the feel and dependability of a DSLR, these are easy to work around. At $2,199, this is pro-level gear at a more accessible price point. If you're upgrading from the Mark II or Mark III, this is a smart leap forward with better low light, better dynamic range, and way more video muscle. If you want a camera that just works and keeps working, this might be your forever DSLR. Links in the description. If you've been dreaming of going full frame without going broke, the Canon EOS 6D Mark II delivers exactly that. With a 26.2 megapixel sensor and Canon's Digix 7 processor, this DSLR hits the sweet spot for anyone upgrading from crop sensor bodies. You get 45 autofocus points, dual pixel autofocus in live view, and full HD video at 60 frames per second. The articulating touchscreen makes framing and menu control way easier, and the built-in Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth let you shoot, sync, and share from anywhere. One reviewer said, "It's compact, light, and just a joy to use. Perfect as a backup or main body." The kit comes with the versatile 24 to 105mm EF lens, great for portraits, landscapes, and everyday work. The shutter is quiet, and the body is weather-sealed enough to handle outdoor shoots with confidence. Now, real talk. The autofocus points are grouped toward the center, which limits edge focus for off-center compositions. Also, there's no 4K video, so if that's essential, this might not be the one. But for most hybrid shooters, it's not a deal-breaker. At $2,299, this is an incredibly capable full-frame setup that won't overwhelm you or your wallet. Whether you're a content creator, a nature shooter, or just want to level up from a Rebel, this is a solid, smart move. Hit the link in the description to check it out. All right, let's wrap it up with a quick overview of everything we just saw. Each one of these Canon cameras brings something special to the table. starting with the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. One feature we didn't mention earlier is the Eye Control AF system. That's right, just look where you want to focus, and the camera follows your gaze. It's perfect for sports and wildlife when you can't afford to miss a second. Then there's the Canon EOS R1, and what's wild here is the built-in neural upscaling. It can create a 96-megapixel JPEG in about 10 seconds. If you're into large prints or high-res cropping, that's game-changing. Next up, the Canon EOS R8. One subtle but brilliant feature is the vertical movie mode. If you're creating content for Instagram, TikTok, or Reels, this makes your workflow smoother and your posts more professional. Fourth on the list, the Canon EOS 6D Mark II. A standout we didn't talk about is the built-in GPS. That's a win for travel photographers who want to keep track of every location without extra gear. And finally, the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. This one is low-key incredible for hybrid creators. The fact that it can shoot oversampled 4K video from 6K means better detail and color, even in tricky lighting. It's ideal if you switch between photo and video all the time. Now, if I had to choose just one, the Canon EOS R1 takes it. The combination of power, speed, and AI-driven features make it a future-proof investment for serious shooters. All 5 cameras are linked in the description and pinned in the comments. Check them out and see which one fits your creative goals. If you got any value from this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive reviews, and turn on notifications so you never miss a top 5 drop. Catch you in the next one.